Okay. I have been wanting to have this meeting with y'all just so y'all have more easy to access answers whenever patients call, because y'all are the front line. Y'all get all the weird questions. And so I wanted to let y'all know that I updated. Missy's been working with me and Austin on getting the website updated. And so I'm recording this so I can send it to Carrie and Rebecca whenever they get back on. But I am gonna first share my screen. Just a moment. Here you are. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. Share. Okay, so
Stacy, this is just for us, right?
yeah, and
These
honestly,
are good. Okay.
anyone can, like, if anyone's friends have questions, then they can now go, hey, you know what? I think she answers that question on the website. And that's what this meeting was hopefully going to talk about.
Okay, very good.
So on here is a bunch of questions that I felt like I had Allie and I pull together. Like, what are all the questions that we get asked often? Or, oh man, whenever I sit down on an eval, I feel like 15 minutes of it is answering a bunch of these questions. So, like, if the person would just go to the website in the beginning, like, then I can actually just treat them. Because a lot of it is just weird questions like what to expect. Well, then they have access to all of this. So I'm gonna flip this over so I can show y'all. Um, so what is pelvic floor physical therapy and how can it help? And then, so if anyone goes to, oh, I am gonna use this mouse. At ptofwimberley.com or ptofsanmarcus.com, all they do is go to pelvic health tab. Oh, there we go. This is easy. We're just spinning over here. You get to see Renee.
I know.
The pelvic health tab, and then it's me, and that's our whole little spiel that's very similar to the one that we have on the main thing. And then you deserve an empowered life. It has a whole bunch of questions for other people that they may ask. Then they can schedule the evaluation. I have a whole
Oh
video.
yeah, I have this question.
Yes. So this is conditions that we treat. This is just a short, is honestly kind of short, because today I saw people that had issues that were not even on this list. So I treated somebody today with, they had a flap procedure to reconstruct breasts after breast cancer. So they have a huge abdominal incision from, tummy tuck as they're reconstructing their breasts, and then they're having tummy issues. So I treat a lot of the abdomen as well. And that's actually where I treat a lot of things that are pelvic floor related, or actually up and down the system. And so if someone says, do you know if we treat this, you can say, well, I know on our website we have a whole long list of things that Stacy treats, and then here's a whole bunch of things that they can find. And they can say, vaginismus is kind of weird, and they may go, oh good, like I got that. And then frequently asked questions. So this was really hard. This took me a couple months to do. But they can click on what is pelvic floor physical therapy and how can it help. And then I answer it in Word format. And then my favorite is video. So here I am. What is pelvic floor physical therapy and how can it help? Pelvic floor physical therapy is a specialized type of physical therapy that is offered to address bowel, bladder, and sexual dysfunction. It is nice that we get to assess the muscles externally as well as internally, vaginally or rectally. So whenever someone comes to see me, I'm not just looking at those muscles internally, but also I want to see what's happening at the pelvic floor, because it is the center of our weight. So what's happening with your posture, what's happening at your feet, what's happening at your pelvis. If your pelvis isn't in proper alignment, then those muscles that run in between the pelvic bones also can't engage and relax the way that they're supposed to. I also like to see what's happening at your neurological system. The pelvic floor is the bottom of our central nervous
Does sound like Renee?
Is that annoying going so fast?
No, it's amusing.
Our thoracic, lumbar, and sacral spine. So if you have anything going on orthopedically up and down the chain, then you may be getting symptoms at your pelvic floor that we can address. Also, if you're not getting enough stability throughout your body when you move, then instead of using your muscles, you may be using your diaphragms.
you have 3 different diaphragms, and your pelvic floor is just the bottom one. So we have a diaphragm at our throat, we have a
Did you make
diaphragm
it,
underneath
Sweeta?
our rib cage, and we have a pelvic
Okay,
diaphragm.
like, you
So if
don't
you're not
talk that
engaging your
fast.
core
In
properly,
my
then you
emails,
can
I
be
do
overly
whenever they
working
have all
these
these questions.
diaphragms in order for you to find your stability. The pelvic floor is also the bottom part of the canister of air that is our body. So every time we breathe, we accept air into our rib cage, into our lungs, but also into our diaphragm, and then your pelvic floor actually relaxes and your tailbone moves out. Then when we exhale, tailbone moves in, pelvic floor engages, organs move back up, and the air leaves the lungs. So if you're not breathing efficiently, then you may have pelvic floor dysfunction as well. So these are just a few of the things that we look at whenever someone comes to see us for pelvic floor physical therapy. It is wonderful to start peeling off layers of the onion so that way we can find what is causing your symptoms. You are fearfully and wonderfully made.
Okay,
Awesome.
so that's my main video. And I
So how do you get to this?
On the website.
on the website, Pelvic Health.
So you go to ptwwimberley.com
Mm-hmm.
and then somewhere will say Stacey.
It says Pelvic Health,
Oh, pelvic health. Okay.
and then scroll all the way down. And then it has all of these questions. So every single, not, well, I'd have to say if there's 20 questions, like 18 of them have a video. And I have a video on,
Where to go? Like, huh?
so like, I have a lot of people, like if they're having an active, like flare up or infection, can you attend pelvic floor physical therapy? If it's under managed, then, I mean, if it's under control, then they can come in. And most, or like if they're on their period, then they're afraid that they can't come in, but everyone can come in because I won't treat internally. Like I'll just treat, whatever. I can treat their feet, I can treat their breathing, I can treat their thoracic spine, I can treat their neck, and their pelvic floor actually gets better. And then this is subject to change, but how much does pelvic floor physical therapy cost? And Misty helped me write all this stuff up. But everyone wants to know like what all are we doing? It's $110 for eval, and then it's $70 for each session. And then like we use your insurance, and I honestly I thought about how much I would spend on myself on anything. I just want to serve our community with affordable, good pelvic health care. We want to work with you on payment plans and scholarships and on a case by case basis. But somewhere in here, I think I say, like you need to be in charge of your own physical. Oh, maybe I say it in my video, but like you need to know what your insurance charges. Like this is on you. You picked your insurance. And so I wrote, I mean, that's in my video, which I look like I'm asleep. So is there any questions do y'all think that, that I didn't answer on here? So do I need a referral for physical therapy from my medical doctor? Like, we all get that question all the time for every diagnosis.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't I just do Kegels instead of attending physical therapy? What should I bring to my first appointment? What can I expect on my first PT evaluation? Are there internal exams and are they necessary? I just had a baby or pelvic surgery. When can I begin PT? The answer is right away. So as soon as people have the baby, I won't do internal work, but I saw someone like days after she had the baby in San Marcos, but her pelvis got jacked while having the baby and she couldn't walk. She was on a walker. This cute little like 18-year-old was on a walker because her pubic bones were just stuck
Mm-hmm.
from having to get that baby out of her.
Yeah.
So I let people come in as soon as they want, and then no is a full sentence. So if I'm like, hey, this is the things that I want to do, and if you're not comfortable with that, then just let me know. Like I'm going to give you a menu of options, and only like one of them is going to be inside. Like I typically don't do internal work every single time. Maybe every other, maybe. I don't particularly. That's not my favorite part of my job. My favorite part is educating. Like I love talking people through breathing. I love talking people through how to go to the bathroom efficiently. I love talking people how everything's connected,
Mhm.
and that's how people get better. So I don't like, I mean, I don't mind doing the internal stuff, but that's not how people get better. Like if they're here for their neck, you touch their neck, but you're treating the whole body, and that's
Mhm.
what I do. Can I attend PT if I'm on my period? How long are the appointments? I'm trying to get pregnant. Can pelvic floor help? I'm pregnant now. Can I attend pelvic floor physical therapy? I have an active infection. Can I attend? What payment methods are there? And is there a cancellation fee? We take everything. And yes, there's a cancellation fee. Is there any video y'all want to watch in particular?
We usually don't get asked the questions. Truthfully.
Who gets asked these questions? I get asked
Well,
all
we
these
just get the
questions.
basics. I don't get like. We get the basics, like referral, payment, all that good stuff, but
Okay.
as far as. I don't think anybody thinks that the front people or whoever scheduling knows. What does she do in her evals? You know, what can I
I think
expect?
Rebecca gets asked all those questions.
She may.
She gets me all these little post-it notes.
Well, she probably does, cause she does 90% of the scheduling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
The only one that I don't see, but I kind of see it down there, down at the bottom, the one that I get asked most frequently is how long do I have to do this? And I say the same thing to your patients that I do the guys. You know, if there's something on the referral, I share with them what their referring doctor recommended. And then I just say, hey, at your initial evaluation, that's when that will be discussed and the plan of care will be made.
That is awesome. I am gonna watch that video and see what I wrote. Because I made these in like February or maybe March. I think I'd already hired Allie.
What can I expect from a pelvic floor physical therapy follow-up sessions and how long until I am better? So first anticipate thinking about how long have you had these issues. So if they've had them for decades, then it may take a little while. If you just are fresh out of a surgery or fresh after having a baby and you didn't really have issues during your pregnancy or before that, then it may be short. I like to say that I like to see each new mom after having a baby for at least 4 sessions because it takes me that long to rule out some conditions with the whole orthopedic chain. But some people, I see them for years because they have had pelvic pain for years and the issues that they are having is not, there's not an easy fix sometimes. So whenever you come in somewhere, you anticipate spending 60 to 70 minutes with us. 15 to 30 minutes of those those minutes are with me, and the other half of the session is with Allie, our team member. She is a Texas State graduate and is hopefully getting into PT school in the next interview process. She is very skilled, and everything that you work out in the gym is to supplement and enhance the things that we're working out in our sessions. So it takes me about 3 or 4 sessions to get through every single system and make sure that we find the thing that is really specific to you that will help you with your rehab journey. And then everything that goes out in the gym kind of will make all that make sense. So I like to do all the manual therapy and then she'll do all of the exercise. I hope that that answers your questions on what can I expect in a follow-up session and how long until I am better. You are fearfully and wonderfully made.
I like your answer better
Nice.
than my big long video.
No, I think that's awesome because it makes it so personal. I love that you took the time to do that. It's awesome.
Okay. I'm trying to make you bigger. And that was pretty much it. Like, I just wanted y'all to feel confident that if you got a weird question, then like, I would love for people to have already met me. Like on the, oh, here we go. Stop share.
I think
Like
it's great you made those videos because sometimes people feel uncomfortable even asking us those questions and they can watch that at home.
Mm-hmm.
Great point.
Better, yeah.
Well, and I think that makes them a little more comfortable with you going into the
Yes.
ICU, because honestly, if people ask me, I'm probably just gonna refer them to the website and go, hey,
Yes.
I'm not gonna try and answer
Mm-hmm.
25 questions. I'm gonna be like, hey, you know what? Stacy's done this great job putting all these videos together and has all
Yeah, I
the
think-
answers to your questions.
Yeah, I think Rebecca should definitely refer her to that website
Yeah.
Mhm.
as she schedules them. Say, please, take a few minutes.
Yeah.
They're not very
Yeah,
long videos, but
Anybody.
every
schedule.
every single new patient moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Because that way
Should
they could
watch that.
probably have a lot of their questions answered, like you said, before you have to answer all of them in the eval.
100%. And I think it'll help with your patient retention, probably too, just because, you end up having people that come in and are so freaked out by the process. I think it's a great way for them to get to know you. I will definitely be talking the site from here on out.
Yeah, I'm also hoping it screens some people that don't fit. Like if they're like, I talked to one gentleman on the phone for like 30 minutes because he wanted 60 minutes of internal work. And I was like,
Ew.
I don't do that.
Gross.
It is a protocol. But I don't do that. I'm very exercise based, and then the videos kind of go over that. Like I'd like to.
How in the world do you do that up with a man? Up with butt crack?
Yep, and there's a video on that. How do you
Um,
treat males? Yes.
I do have a question because you are
Yes.
treating Parkinson's. Do you have anything like that on your website?
No, I don't.
I was just curious because since we've
Mm-hmm.
transferred a lot of patients to you,
Mm-hmm.
And you do have the little
Yes.
letters behind your name that have that. I was just curious.
I do not, because I didn't know where to put it, like on the website. Because
Well,
it wouldn't
that's
be in
the-
the public health.
Yeah, that's just more like.
I know, but if we're scheduling Parkinson's people with a
Mhm.
pelvic floor, they may have questions and I can, we could be like, hey, go watch this video on her.
No, that'll be a video that I need to do soon.
I'm
I
gonna-
agreed. I wasn't doing that whenever I wrote these.
I don't think it would
Yeah.
hurt to put it under the public health, just because when we do schedule it and people are looking and going, wait a minute, Stacy's a pelvic floor therapist. Why
Mhm.
are you scheduling with
Mhm.
her? We've never had that, but
Mhm.
Or pelvic floor and Parkinson's as your
Mhm.
title.
I mean, I have LSVT at the back of my name. There's,
and if you have
It's a
Parkinson's, you're
lot.
probably aware of those
Mhm.
letters.
Mhm.
But I don't know, just
No, I probably need to
not
make a video of
making
that.
you make a video, another video.
Well, I have
if you want
I have
to.
like an introduction to Stacy, like who, what,
Who
how did
am
I, well, people want to know like, why in the world are you doing this? Like, are you a weirdo? Like, I get people like ask me that question. And then I have a video like how I started this,
Why
like
do proctologists want to be a proctologist?
probably someone in their family had
Well, I'm just
rectal cancer. Yeah.
So that's not, we normally go,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I aspire to be.
I like the list of questions because when you're scheduling, you don't always think of all the questions you have.
Right.
Like I would tell people who took my mother to the doctor, because I would write questions in a notebook for them to ask. And I'm like, please take the notebook and ask it and write it down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But you can't think of everything.
yeah, you can't
Mhm.
always think of everything. and
Well,
then
I think
there's
just
a
from here on
list.
out, whenever we schedule somebody, would be like, hey,
Yeah,
it may be helpful for you to go to the website and check it out. So maybe you have some
Mhm.
questions already answered before your appointment.
And then if we see too many people canceling, then we might check it, look back again. Cause they already might get the answers through, cause you are so, and not saying bad, but
Very thorough.
but you're very
Informative.
informative and you don't want everyone to say, oh, okay, I think I got this figured out. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I can do this at home and let me try it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So that's just something we just have to see
Mhm.
how that works. Cause I had this one lady, I'm gonna call her back, and she was gonna do something, and I was like, no, it could be any physical therapy place, Texas PT or whatever. I said, but you can still come here because it's still orders.
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, but I'm gonna want to call her back. She's scheduled right below Kimber Culpepper.
Mm-hmm. That's okay.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of figured
Mhm.
because Kimber kind of
Mm-hmm. I've seen her for a long time.
Yeah.
Before. Mm-hmm.
and I'll refer her to this, and then go from there. 'Cause I think she'll love this.
I would rather get good quality patients than a whole bunch of people that I just do evals on. And I feel like there's seasons where it's a whole bunch of people that don't know why their doctor sent them and what we're doing and why I'm helping them for urgency frequency. And so I'm hoping that
Clarifies all that.
Yeah. like that they have some skin in the game before they come. I mean, I look up my dentist. I watch his little videos and stuff. Like, someone about to have surgery. Like, oh yeah, now I want
Yeah,
to.
you wanna know. Yeah.
I mean, if someone's about to injure your body, like I want to get to know them. So anyway, I'm hoping that it screens out some people. So I'm
Yeah.
okay actually if someone I don't want us to go through the whole rigmarole, but I hope that by the time they come into the session that they know that this is where they want to be.
Exactly.
Right, instead of
Yeah.
coming once and going, oh, I
Mhm.
can do that at home, bye.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or I find out that a lot of people just want like a massage, like of their butt or something. Like, I mean, they have tailbone pain, so they think that would be helpful. Well, I'm not that helpful. Anyway, I go through all I have that all in the videos.
Or any kind of massage.
Yeah,
I would
right.
love a massage, a butt massage. So, do you have any questions, Lacey? Otherwise, I will end this thing. I don't think I had anything else to say. I just want y'all to feel confident with.
Yeah, that's great. I knew it was there, but I haven't looked at the website.
And I have a bunch of videos on YouTube, and it's with our PT of San Marcos handle.
Yeah, I see them on
You need to
Facebook.
put some PT Wonderly handles on there, just. Cause everything's on PT of San Marcos. You need to put some on PT Wonderly.
Mm.
I didn't know there was handles.
Well,
On
I
the-
saw one
the-
this weekend and I was like, you know what, everything she posts is under PT of San Marcos.
I think it's more centralized because I post to,
But can't you just copy and can't you just,
you can only tag in one place.
oh, okay.
So I do on Wimberley Moms, I tag that I'm here. On Full Circle, I tag that I'm here. But Moms of San Marcos Uncensored is San Marcos, and Moms of Uncensored New Braunfels is San Marcos. So it's kind of like whatever is closest. That's how I tag.
Okay.
I wish there's an easier way. Honestly, I hate
Yeah.
that I could do that at all.
Well, it's not like our Facebooks are very well updated anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they
I
were.
know,
What's that?
they're not now.
Not now.
No, they're not. Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
thank you so much for everyone participating. I love you all. Y'all are like so helpful and make my life so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, I hear you.
Love you.
Love you. Okay, I'm gonna unrecord and I'm gonna end the meeting.